Hey, this is Dr. F.J. Schofield with Schofield Chiropractic Training, bringing you your tip of the week. And this is our second part on increasing your cash collections. So the biggest problem with cash collections is lack of value. So the patient doesn't see the value in what you do, so they're not willing to take money out of their pocket and give it to you for your services. And you've got to get good at this, okay? We went over the last video. Insurance reimbursement is diminishing, disappearing everywhere we go. So you have to be able to show people the value of what you do so they're willing to take money out of their pocket and pay you a fair fee. This is what every business has to do, and we're no different. For years we were able to get away with it because of insurance. People had $5 co-pays and whatnot, and you know, it's not hard to convince someone to come in 2 or 3 times a week for a sustained period of time if it's only going to cost them $5. Okay, they like you, you do a pretty good job, and they're in. But now, if someone's going to pay you $40, $50, whatever, $60, whatever's appropriate for your market, now you have to show them the value. Okay, and there's a big mistake in our profession most chiropractors make. They think that education equals value. And so if I teach people enough about the subluxation, if I teach people enough about the adjustment, about the nervous system, about everything that's going on, then they'll value what I do and they'll be willing to get adjusted and pay a fair fee. And that's not the case, okay? How many times have you purchased something in your life and not understood anything about it? I guarantee you've purchased things many times. I know I have. Every time I anytime I purchased anything, an iPhone, I don't know how this thing works. A TV, I have no idea how my TV works. My computer, I don't understand it. My car, if my car breaks down, I'm in serious trouble. I don't know anything about that. I pop up the hood, I don't know what's going on, but I still got one. Okay, so we purchase things every day and have no idea. Now, I'm not saying education isn't important. Education is very important, but education does not equal value. Okay, the key to value, the most important thing, and we teach a 7-step process to adding value to your office, and all 7 steps are very, very important. But the most important step is benefit. Okay, people want benefits when they come to your office. Now, they may not tell you directly, but there's a benefit they want. There's a desire, a want, a need that they want you to fulfill. Okay, it may be they want to play with their kids again. It may be they need to continue working. It may be they're just tired of the annoyance in their back when they run. Okay, it's usually either a limitation and something that's either limited, interfered with, or annoyed, and they want help with that. And you got to go in, and we teach specific questions that we've worked and molded to help make sure you get it every single time. Okay. Now, if it's a patient that just moved to town and they've been going to a chiropractor for years, that's a different story. They understand wellness and they understand the importance of getting adjusted regularly. But for the typical chronic person that's waited years to come into your office, there is a benefit they need. There's something in their life that's limited, interfered with, or annoyed that they want help with. And you have to find that. That's where the value is going to come from. How valuable is it to be able to continue working? We all have to work. You have to put food on the table. So that's incredibly valuable. How valuable is it to be able to do something you love again? Like maybe I have a lot of people that want to ride horses again, or they want to play basketball or golf again, or they want to continue doing it and enjoy it. They haven't enjoyed it. Or sleep. Jeez, get sleep all the time. Exercise all the time. Work. I mean, these are all big ones, and you have to ask certain questions to get this information and show people that really low back pain, is that a big deal? Well, it could be, but is not being able to play with your kids or your grandkids a big deal? Huge deal. Is not being able to work a big deal? Huge deal. So now, and then you get off of pain, okay? Because you can't, I mean, you're going to have a little aches here and there your whole life. Now, you shouldn't be in chronic debilitating pain, but you want to get into function, all right? And it's more fun to talk about function. I had a patient came in, she wanted to be able to fly to Alaska to visit her son, and we were able to get her to do that. And how rewarding and fulfilling is that for me to go home knowing this lady was able to go visit her son. Had another patient wanted to be able to fly, had real bad vertigo, to visit her daughters, and she was able to do that. So getting that information, number one, is incredibly valuable. It's also very fulfilling, and you'll go home with such a full heart when you've helped people do that stuff. So you have to ask the questions to get that information. So the key to, and there's a lot of different things you can do, but the number one key to creating value for what you do is finding the benefit they want. We call it finding the limitation at our training, but finding whatever activity in their life is being affected, being limited, being interfered with. What component to their life is not they're not enjoying like they'd like to. So find that information, and that's what you're going to talk about at your reported findings, okay? Stop with the scare care, trying to scare people. It's just so unethical. Stop with the high pressure. Stop with the pushiness, and I know it's controversial. Everyone else says it, you got to do whatever it takes to save this person's life. And if you don't save your life, you're killing them. Or if you don't convince them to do chiropractic, you're convincing them to do drugs and surgery. That's an oversimplified explanation, and they're trying to get you to do something you're not comfortable with. You don't feel it's ethical, and it's not. Okay? I will never, ever pressure or push anyone to do anything they're not comfortable with. Okay? All I do is figure out what they want, and I show them how we can do that, and then I give them some options, and they let me know what they want to do, and then it's done. Okay? That's what being an ethical chiropractor. And everyone talks about ethics and being honest, and it almost makes me sick to my stomach. And then you see what they're teaching, and they're saying, "Oh, being pushy is good. Yeah, you want to be pushy. Did your parents push you? Or did your coaches push you? Yeah, that's what being a good." And that's just doesn't even make sense. You shouldn't pressure people. You shouldn't push them. You should just give them options and show them you can help them, and let them choose. And that's what being a good, ethical, high-quality chiropractor is all about. So figure out the benefit they want to get from you, and if it's appropriate, show them, tell them at the ROF you can help them with that benefit, okay? And people will be more than willing to pay you fairly for your service if you figure out what they really want to get from their time in your office. So this was Dr. F.J. Schofield. We got our Rhino Family Reunion come up into July, beginning of August, July 31st, August 1st. It's invite only for one-on-ones and retired one-on-ones. Come. Let's have a good time, relax, and also share ideas, and just keep growing, keep improving, keep helping more people out in our communities. And hope you have a great week. Keep charging.